Hello and welcome to the Creaky Coolers. I'm Monk, and today, yes, we are in Empire Sin and we are shooting episode 14 of our Robin Kray playthrough. We are on boss difficulty. I want to stress that. If anyone are watching, we are on boss difficulty, guys, which is the hardest difficulty in the game after the big update, after all the changes, and we are trying to, beat it. Now, I've been told by the devs, you cannot win this game without a lot of just sheer luck and a lot of failure. Now, so far we haven't failed, but we have been using every single trick in the book that we already know from the previous installments of this game. Okay, so we've been using every export that we can kind of think, every kind of method that we can kind of think of, and at the end of the last episode, I explained that I was going to sell all my gangsters. In fact, I did. And allow time to tick on past in order for us to then go ahead and buy all of our gangsters back, a lot of new ones, because of course, we're up to that kind of level now where we have access to the top tier gangsters, and then of course go at the game full throttle. Now, we've done just that. I kind of like wasted an awful lot of time. I made sure that a few of my rackets were leveling up. I believe I'm now serving whiskey within my speakeasies. Now, someone did actually literally comment on the last video telling me that a large speakeasy can be as good as a large loan sharks. I absolutely agree. Except for you do need to be serving whiskey, and that does take an awful long time sometimes. And sometimes you need a little bit more prep, in other words, working with your other rackets to kind of boost speakeasy income. Either way, we did that. So we got better businesses now, we got better gangsters now, and we are going to do something special in this episode. We are going to fight a boss. We're going to take on none other than Scarface himself, old Al Capone, which is something that we haven't actually done within our series just yet. We haven't taken on a big boss, at least not that I can remember anyway. Now, as you can see, the roster of our gangsters has changed significantly. We have a lot of decent gangsters. We've got Dottie, we've got Diana, we've got Monks, we have Bruno. And then we've also got the highest level fixer in the game as well. And I was the top tier fixer. Now, the reason I got him, number one, I still want to be building myself some loan sharks. And number two, at least as he is a top tier gangster, despite me not being able to use his abilities right now, he's still going to be able to hit. Like, he's still got all of the abilities of all the other top tier gangsters when it comes to actually using weapons and being used within combat. So therefore, he's actually going to be rather tasty. But yeah, so I'm just going to skip forward this little bit so you can actually see the actual boss fight. Because of course, we've been waiting for a long time. This is episode 14. It's taken us to actually get to, one of the big top fights in the game. Okay, guys, wish us luck. We do have a full roster of gangsters, which is something that I never do on this channel. If anyone has ever watched any of my playthroughs whatsoever, we have never gone up against a boss with a full roster of people. I just don't think you necessarily need to. Now, we are going up against 11 troops. 11 troops with 18 reinforcements, which is just absolutely crazy numbers. And remember, within the mode that we got right now, it's a harder difficulty. They've got more health or more armor. So yeah, it could be very, very interesting. See how many of our guys we actually lose. Now, I do have Cristiano. I think he's bloody brilliant. I think the fact that he's got hair trigger is an overpowered perk, which I absolutely love. He's got a decent weapon. And of course, he does have shoot first, although it didn't really give us any kind of buff here. See if we can get Bruno up in there. think the problem with safe houses is that they are so large. Typically, so that way if you don't have the right kind of weapons or the right kind of movement speed, it can take you too long to be able to actually get into the battle. Of course, we did use a cheeky explosive there just to make sure we damaged 2 rather than just damaging the 1 with a shotgun blast maybe.
God damn it.
Nice. See if we can do it again. God, Diana, kind of need to move her into the battlefield a little bit more. Need to be mindful of cover, need to be mindful of that back door, because of course with the update now, reinforcements come in back to back to back to back to back. So it happens from round 1 these days. It's going to be the underboss's turn soon as well. Next turn, in fact. I'm really lucky they didn't throw TNT, which I really thought they would. I don't know why, but I feel like Dottie's pistol has been nerfed. I have been using her. Obviously, while I was kind of waiting for money to come up, I kind of grabbed Dottie and had a little look-see. I was hoping she would have ambidextrous, to be fair. She's already one of the top gangsters in the game. But her pistol just feels a bit nerfed at the moment. Let me know down in the comments if you've managed to pick her up and if you think the same thing as well. I should also cover the fact that I've had a few people comment asking me, where certain gangsters are. They're not in the Black Book. How come this is? Despite the fact that they know that gangster does exist, the game acts now where it only puts a certain amount of gangsters within the Black Book. So any gangster that is in the game that isn't in a Black Book can be found on your streets. If you do find them in the streets, you literally just hire them as you would normally. They have their same restrictions in place as well. That's something that I think can be easily missed, especially if you're not terribly familiar with Empire Sin. See, we're still keeping Rocco. I said we'd keep him. He's a good guy. Might have to replace him eventually. Maybe he'd die, who knows. But he seems to do okay. We've got quite a few kills of him. Yeah, we do have Maria as well. That's an interesting choice for anyone kind of looking and thinking, now why do we have Maria? She is a low tier gangster. I thought you were doing high tier gangsters. Well, the truth is, I got the gangsters that I wanted. We was already massively in the minus in when it comes to wages. And it was a case of, I wanted to try what it was like with the 10 gangsters. Maria is an interesting gangster because, yes, she may be a low-level gangster, but she does have hair trigger. So I figure manage to stick some armor on her, give her a decent weapon. If her hair triggers even once within this battle, I think that would be worthwhile.
I'm on my way.
And of course, we have got Cristiano with hair trigger as well. And Sylvia also managed to grab hair trigger in the last episode, which was an absolute gem of a prize. So yeah, hair trigger is something to really work behind and to target gangsters with that ability. Back on Rocco.
Ah, nuts.
Always got to try and do the most amount of damage we can do, while thinking about health of everyone, which is a problem. I would like to be just attack, but sometimes you need to make sure that your gangsters actually last the next round. As you can see, we kept Bruno with Bull Rush, try and hit as many people as we can. I don't like that. That's a low percentage. No crits, that's a shame. Al Capone's not exactly doing much damage. I was expecting him to do a bit more damage with the weapons that he possesses. Now, as I remember, these guys are broken, but they are able to attack, which is something I have noticed. If you try to use the fixer's actual ability, it can completely lock up and freeze your game. So if you're going to use them, just use their attack button and you're all good to go. Failing that, stick them down as a lieutenant. Let's move it in slightly and up a bit more. Shame we can't get the angle in that doorway. The explosives are going to be a very big thing moving forward the game, making sure that everyone has an explosive. Just for the sheer amount of people that we are fighting against these days. Might have already been 61% chance of hitting, but we actually did do quite a decent job. Their gangsters, nothing to write home about, which is quite cool. I always thought it was a shame that we can't hire guards, that we had to hire, you know, black book gangsters. It's a shame because all the other bosses only ever hire one. I don't think I've ever seen them hire two. It would be cool if we could only hire, say, 1, 2, or 3, and then had a truckload of guards that we could kind of like pull into battles. Or just had the option to hire regular guards. I think that would be cool. Hair trigger activated. Nice.
Fetoso. Who is this?
3 reinforcements coming this time. I think 2 can be quite manageable, especially in that little area that we're at, but 3 is a bit... it's an extra body to work through. Of course, once the fixes are fixed, safe houses will be a little bit easier because we'll be able to control that door a little bit better. Nice. Hair trigger activated again. Love it.
Uh-huh.
Fortunately, we are going to have to reload eventually with Sylvia. I think there is a perk we can get where reload doesn't actually cost anything AP wise, which is something we kind of actually bloody need, especially in these bigger, badder fights. Or I need to find her pistols with more bullets
Good
in.
work.
One or the other.
Great news.
Let's make sure that everyone comes home today.
Oh, nuts.
Nice. Another kill chalked up. Bull
That's as
Rush
good
is
as a
still
KO.
5 turns on cooldown, which is actually crazy. It's a huge cooldown. But it is, I guess, you know, one per battle type of deal. It's very overpowered after all.
Damn.
There we go. We did a heal, and as you can see, she can heal again. Special ability of Diana, which is very cool. Obviously, because we have an extra medic in this
Shit.
party, it means that she gets a turn cooldown on that. And of course, at the moment, it pretty much means that she can use it every single turn she has AP, which is, again, very helpful.
Kill this piece of shit.
Who is this?
Can't see what these guys are up to. They just spawned in, and the camera's moved, and who knows what they're up to. Another hair trigger, though. Sylvia's on a roll. Hopefully she reloaded.
I
will make meat of them.
And Cristiano, nice. To be fair, this battle has gone absolutely swimmingly. I'd say it's even rather easy. I think that the hair trigger kind of carried us through this round with the extra bonus attacks, which is quite nice. There we go. We got Capone down. I think he's bleeding out, not technically dead yet. But we sorted out Capone. He was quite easy. He took a few attacks, of course, because he's got the increased health pool. But all in all, feeling very confident. We've had a few people go low on health. Rocco is still quite low. Diana's quite low.
Aw, nuts.
Let's get Maria back up. She was not meant to die, but, you know, she got brought in with the it's a short-term position, let's just say that.
Okay.
Still remember when you used to be able to get Bruno through her.
And you're not getting up. Praise the Lord.
Nice execution, Bruno. Well done, dude. Capone is dead, of course, guys. See if we can finish these guys off.
Shit.
I forgot Baby Monks had the bull rush ability.
I'm on it.
Nice melee attack. Ooh, that's a huge melee attack. There we go, guys. We won. Look at that. As if by magic.
Good work.
We got a lot of staff, a decent amount of money, and of course we took over another precinct and eliminated a boss. So all in all, I think that was a bloody load of a success. Let me know down in the comments what you thought of that battle. I did think it was actually rather easy, but finally Capone has died, and by my hands, and we have got up to 950 notoriety as well. Just need to get those final 50 notoriety, and we are capped out, which is pretty cool. Done a load of stuff there, got a load of goodies, and completed a mission or two. Guys, I'm going to leave it right here. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, let me know down in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the video. And until then, I'll see you in the next one.